Rise and shine, beloved. Great grand rising, grand afternoon, grand evening. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come on in, come on in. Let me just throw a great grand rising up here today. Let me get this on Facebook and we're going to be ready to activate, all right? There we go. So, with that being said, beloved, I'm going to put happy third day up here. All right, here we go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Take a moment, tag a friend, tag your family member, let them know Spiritual Success TV is live. This is Early Morning Empowerment for 2025, day number 3. So let's go with the first word gathering. Let's activate. We're going to do that by sitting with your feet flat, back straight, hand on heart. Take a good healing deep breath in and exhale. And relax. From the crown of the head to the soles of the feet, relax. Come on, take in some good breath. Turn that focus inward. Tapping into the rich inner life, the kingdom of God that is within. And breathe. And relax. Everything relaxing from the crown of the head all the way down to the soles of the feet. You're anchored here. You can feel your feet under you. Feel the chair you're sitting in. Go ahead and wiggle in it if you're sitting. Knowing that you're anchored and your spirit is free to soar. One more breath in. Exhale. Let's take 10 seconds of gratitude. So thankful, so grateful for this day. Grateful that we were able to wake up, move around, dress ourselves. Activity of the limb, blood running warm through the vein. We thank you. We thank you for life, health, strength. Thank you. We're grateful for everything that we already have. Everything I already have. I'm so grateful, so thankful, and it is so. All right. Come on in. Great Grand Rising, Reese. Thanks for joining us live today. All right. Day number 3 of this first word gathering. So just to recap very briefly, we're not making a mad dash. We're not getting all excited. We're not pumping ourselves up with false expectation, but we want to be anchored. We want to be rooted and grounded, and we want to work on our inner self so that, number 2, we believe bigger, we believe better, we believe bolder. So I want to look at that as we travel into the next iteration, and we want to talk about the power of breath and what it does to help you stay elevated, stay high vibrational, and stay crystal clear in your thoughts and in your focus. So I want to join 2 thoughts together today. I want to talk about believe better, believing better. So what I mean by that, I want you to focus on maybe how limited you have been in your belief, and then we want to believe better. And that goes across the board about anything. So I really want to anchor us in. I want us to do this inner working together. Great Grand Rising, come on in, give me a Grand Rising. Good morning, let me know that you're here. All right. So let's look at this. Believe better. And we want to look across the board. We want to believe better about every facet of life. What am I after? I'm after you getting rooted and grounded in your truth. And I know people who are fundamental, they don't like to hear us say your truth. They don't like to hear us say your truth because they have been programmed to think that that's going against, God. All right? So if you just want to say truth, but I want to make it personal and say believe better about my truth, right? So when you believe better, I want to get you anchored, rooted, and grounded in truth so that you're believing better about everything across the board, about yourself, about your health, about your finances, about your relationships, about your mission, about your purpose, about your gifts, your talents, your ability. We just want to be quiet and do the inner working so that you believe better about yourself. So yesterday we talked a lot about the integration, right? About integrating with the God within, but being fully one with that and bringing yourself up to the realization that you move as God in this 3D realm. I want you to take a moment and breathe that in. Reinforce that again in your notes. I move as God. I move as God. I move as God. When you think about that, once you get past the fear that you're doing something wrong, you will begin to feel empowered. And for many people, told me, say, Dr. E, the first time I said it, my heart knew that that was right. Now my head and the old energy in the body that was programmed to believe there was something wrong with that start kicked up, but my heart knew. And that's what we want to get to. When we start believing better, you start believing your heart. You start believing the Holy Spirit, the higher self, God, whatever language works for you. You start believing better about that whole integrative process that represents you in this 3D realm. So when we talk about believing better, the power of breath is going to be so important in helping you stay invigorated, stay motivated, stay inspired. So when we talk about breath, we've talked about this a lot in our community, and y'all know that breathing is our number one go-to spiritual success tool that we use to reset, all right? The power of breath. But this is what I want you to know about every time you breathe and you take in that oxygen, the prana, the chi, how it goes throughout your body and outside of your body and begin to carry energy, vibration, messages, frequency. It begins to carry it out into the ethers, right? And allow messages to ripple out. Not only that, when you really understand how to breathe properly and understand that every time you're taking a breath, you are feeding everything in your body, in the realm of the spirit, and you are communicating. Can you write that down? Every time I breathe, I am feeding, invigorating, empowering everything in my body, and I'm also communicating. Please write that down. Every time I breathe, not only am I feeding, nourishing, replenishing, reinvigorating everything in my body, I'm also communicating a message. The power of breath. So if you're suffering with anxiety, worrying needlessly, if you could just practice being still and taking some breaths. You see, our brothers and sisters in the East have known this for thousands of years, the power of the breath. But in this matrix, this false fake narrative that they have pushed on us for hundreds of years, thousands of years, even with the Gregorian calendar, All of that was throwing our bodies off rhythm. And so I love to see people who are awake enough where they can think, question, and discern for themselves without feeling like they're doing something against God, right? And that's not it. Good morning, Donna. Thanks for joining us live. Without feeling like they're doing something against God. So in essence now, we want to take the power of breath and we want to incorporate it with the power of belief. So that when you start believing better, you're going to need the power of your breath to calm yourself down, to quiet everything down so that you can believe better about yourself. So this is the year for you to believe better about yourself. Believe better about yourself. In other words, what do we want to do? We want to upgrade. We want to upgrade how we think and how we feel about ourselves. So here's the first exercise that I want you to do for today is I want you, again, write a list of 25 things you like about yourself. And don't stop. Do it in one sitting. Don't stop until you at least write down 25 things that you like about yourself. You know, when I start working with people who are really asleep, and meaning that asleep, meaning that they have not paid a lot of attention to themselves. They will ask me like, well, what do you mean things that I like about myself? And they'll start saying things and it's not on target and focused. Things that you like about yourself. I want you to think about yourself first. And I want you to go on a physical level first. Pick out things on your appearance that you like. And if you've been the kind of person that don't like looking in the mirror, don't like looking at yourself, then your challenge for this month is to practice looking in the mirror at yourself until you can smile real big. As one of my clients says all the time, Dr. J, smile real big. She wrote a book called Smile Real Big because you want to get past the exterior to get to the interior and then let the interior shine through the exterior. So if you don't like looking at yourself, I want you to take a few minutes and look at yourself in that mirror until you can smile and say, you know what? I like the way I smile. I like my eyes. I like my lips. I like my hair. Whatever it is, I like my complexion. I like my skin. Whatever it is. And even if you see things that you don't like, don't beat yourself up about it. Do one or two things. Change it or learn to like it as it is and affirm it. Affirm it. You know, I have pigmentation on my skin, on my face, and I don't like that. What can I do about that? And then you just change it. But in the meantime, you're going to bless your skin. You're going to bless your complexion. You're going to be thankful that you have skin, that you have, that you're able to think enough to even do something about it. Yes, Reese said, every time I breathe, I'm feeding. Yes, thank you, Reese. Invigorating, empowering, and nourishing everything in my body and my mind while also communicating. You captured that perfectly. Thank you. I'm going to leave that up there so that when people play this back, they can screenshot that and get that note. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. And that is powerful right there. That right there is powerful. If you just take that and meditate on that right there and really understand what all of that is, understand it, you're going to be powerful and on your way. All right. So as we bring this together, I want you to really have this tool to be able to work and bring belief and breath together so that you're looking at yourself until you can smile real big at yourself, right? Nobody should be able to compliment you better than you compliment yourself. And that's not being arrogant. That's not being conceited. You want to do that in a loving way. Somebody need to talk back to me today because I feel this. Everything in my own body, my cells, my energy just responded to what I said. So I want to take a moment and breathe that in for myself. No one should be able to compliment me better or greater than I can compliment myself. Right? So the difference between being arrogant or conceited is just becoming confident. And that confidence will be born out of gratitude. Write that down. Confidence will be born out of gratitude and then moving and taking action. So how do you move and take action on just liking yourself? By doing just what I said, looking in the mirror, finding something. And you know what? I want to know, y'all talk back to me. Let me know if you have a cute or a funny nickname for yourself, right? When I started doing this eons ago, I would look in the mirror, I would call myself Chickie. That was my nickname for myself. I would smile and say, come on, Chickie, let's go, right? Let's go. We're getting ready to go out. We're getting ready to move. We're getting ready to interact with the world. Come on, let's go. What's your nickname for yourself? Have you ever had a nickname for yourself? I'm talking about what you named yourself, not your nickname that your family or your friends gave you. But what is the nickname that you call yourself? Put that in your notes, and I want to see you come up with one if you don't have one. I want you to learn how to believe better about who you are, about your gifts, your talents, and your abilities. I shared with my community that, at the end of the year, when we do our year-end reflection and celebration and vision casting for the next year, we look at the past 12 months and we assess that. And we look at everything that was good, everything that manifested, everything that didn't work so well. What could we do different? And finally, what did we learn? And so I want you to talk back to me and tell me, what did you learn in 2024? This all says that you are awake. But what I did this year that afforded me so much gratitude is that I look back over the past 24 years. I went back to the year 2000. I'm getting ready to just start running, holler, screaming, speaking in tongues, the whole 9 yards, because I am so grateful. Yes. Diva, my name is Diva. Okay, good. Right. What they say the name Diva is. But baby, let it mean what you need it to mean, and let alone what they say it means, right? They want to associate that with something negative, with the demonic. I understand that. But you do that, and you keep that, Diva. You keep that for yourself, because it's going to mean what you need it to mean. So that brings me back again to the power of belief, beloved. Belief is so powerful that anything that you honestly and truly believe, you're going to get a result from it. I don't care if you set a head of letters on the cabinet, on your countertop, and you say, you know what, there's something awesome about this head of letters, and every day that I walk past and touch it, I'm being renewed. Because you believe that, and you sent that message to the subconscious mind, you're going to get the result of that. So what are we doing today for day number 3? We want to bring the power of breath in with believing better about yourself. 25 things that you like about yourself. The way you walk, the way you talk, the way you cook, the way you engage people, the way you love people, the way you give gifts to people. 25 things that you really like about yourself. And if you're not used to looking in the mirror, look in that mirror until you see nothing but good things about yourself and smile real big. From the inside out, smile real big. Reese says it means I am greatness. Yes, I love it. I love it. I love it. In our community, I tell our people all the time, when you get a word or you hear a word and you don't quite know what it means, before you run to the dictionary, ask your heart. Ask your higher self, what does this word mean to me, and why was this word given to me today? And wait to listen to hear what comes up in your spirit. Then if you want to do other research, go do it. But I love that. That means I am great. That is wonderful. All right, so for the first word, day number 3, we're going to incorporate breath with believing better about ourselves. You're going to get 25 things that you really like about yourself. Look in the mirror real deep until you can smile real big and incorporate breath with that belief. And we're going to go deeper. All right. Share this on your timeline. Let somebody know that we are live, because Facebook and YouTube is not putting my stuff out. They shadow banning me. People cannot find me. I may have to open up a whole new Facebook account, because they are just not putting, people are looking that come all the time to our page. They're looking for me and I won't come up. The live just won't come up. So share this on your page. Thank you so much. And we'll be right back here tomorrow, Saturday at 7 a.m. Eastern. Bye now. Have a blessed, wonderful, and amazing rest of your day.